I'm going to be real honest with you. I don't even drink coffee. This is a decaf. But it was too good, man. Look at the view. In this episode, I'm going to be trying to answer the question, are Caribbean cruises really worth it? So let's get into this. Welcome to Shao Go. Shao. Okay, so let's get the elephant out of the room first of all. I say Caribbean, not Caribbean. And my wife and I decided to take a Caribbean cruise for our honeymoon. We chose Princess Cruises because of the itinerary, predominantly. And here we are rounding up on the ship from the coach. As you can see, it's quite a big ship, but as I say, there are other cruise lines available. Big ships, small ships. This was a medium in my opinion. And as part of the booking, we were flown into Miami, stayed in a hotel the night before, and then the coach picked us up the next day, took us to the cruise port. The line looks long, but it actually didn't take as long as you might think. It was about 30 degrees Celsius temperature. We were excited, the line was moving quickly. Port had Wi-Fi, so I think all in all it took under an hour. But I don't really remember, I wasn't paying that much attention. You're taken through an airport-style check-in, hand luggage scan, metal detector. You leave your main bags outside, they take those to your room for you. Then they take your picture, take your name, check you in, and you're given this really cool thing called a medallion.
It's got this medallion, and as it's been explained to me, you can use this to open your room door without even touching it. As soon as you walk towards the door, if it's in your pocket or around your neck, the door will just open. You also use it for onboard purchases, and I think you can also find other people on the ship in terms of their location. It's interesting. I'm gonna explore this and find out how this actually works. But yeah, let's go board the ship.
Okay, I didn't realize at the time how cool this medallion thing was. I'll get more into it later, but pro tip, you can check in before you even get to the port using the Medallion app. It's got its problems, I'll talk about that as well later, but that will save you a bit of time. So the ship itself has a capacity of about 3,140 passengers. Crew, you're looking at about 1,200. The second week, it was near capacity, but it didn't really feel like it. The ship's got 19 decks. Here we are, we're entering on deck 5. The ship also doesn't have a deck 13 because superstition, Titanic. You get the point, Deck 4 is the one that you'll normally leave the ship from on excursions. Below that is the crew quarters. You're never going to go down there. So yeah, deck 5 is where we're entering, and first impressions, it looked really cool. It looked very interesting. It was a little bit overwhelming, but not huge. Not like some ships I've been on, not like the grand opulence, shopping center district type ships. But this was really nice. It felt like it had character, and right now we're in the plaza. The ship itself was actually built in 2004, but it was updated in 2019. It's an older ship, and after about 2 weeks, you're going to notice here and there. But I think unless you're really nitpicking and trying to find fault, it's absolutely fine. You know, for me, the stars of the show were the crew. Absolutely. The activities on board, the places that the ship stopped. And that's really one of the main reasons we picked it, because of the itinerary and where we could get off the ship. The food was incredible. Right here's the International Cafe. And you can get coffees, croissants, cakes, that kind of stuff. If you've got the Princess Plus package, I believe this is all free. I'm not sure if it's free without it, but it definitely was free on the Princess Plus. Right next door to it, you got, I think it's called Good Spirits at Sea. You can get your cocktails, your alcoholic drinks, and again, if you've got the Princess Plus package, all free. Across from there, there's a specialist wine bar. There's a convenience store style shop, an internet cafe and library. Down there's one of the 3 main dining rooms. There's a fine art gallery on here for some reason. I've never been one for staring at pictures. Certainly not like impressionist and abstract stuff. I don't get it. But if you do, then this is really good for you. I like to walk through here and look at some of them. They do a art auction as well, so you can take part in that if that's your thing. There's lots to look at. You know, it's really just a nice ship. And it doesn't have all of that, all singing and dancing, gaming arcades, climbing walls, roller coasters that some of the other ships might have. But to be honest, I didn't want that. Not for a honeymoon anyway. I had other things to do. You know what I mean? Like getting off the ship and exploring. And across 2 weeks, we did a whole lot of exploring. We went to 9 different ports of call. Started off in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Went to Princess Cays in the Bahamas. That's Caribbean Princess's private island. Then we had an at-sea day. Went over to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Then over to Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic. After that, Grand Turk and Turks and Caicos. Then we had another sea day, back to Florida, and that was just the first week. And then after that, we went on the second leg of the trip, which was another sea day, then Grand Cayman in the Cayman Islands, over to Roatán, Honduras. After that, we did Belize City, in Belize obviously, and then Cozumel, Mexico. Finally, one more at sea day, and then back to Florida. On the at sea days, you could enjoy the ship, relax, do honeymoon stuff. They were perfectly placed. We got off at every single port except for Florida, just because I wasn't that interested in checking that out, but every other place. And you know, the great thing about this for me was that a lot of these places, I would have never taken a flight over there. I wouldn't have even thought of visiting them, but going over to see them, I fell in love with places I didn't even really know about, and I think that's really the magic of cruising. So, I mean, that's off the ship. Let's talk about on the ship.
Now, as you approach your room, your Medallion class pendant will just unlock your door straight away, so you don't even need to do anything. I could have just opened the door without touching it. So we've got open air cupboard here. There's a closed cupboard here. I've already had a look, so this time unfortunately you're not discovering it alongside me, but just know I was gassed. There's me again, Inception. Whoa! A lovely queen-size bed here, which is not just two beds pushed together, it's an actual queen-size bed. Some art on the wall behind you. TV's big as well. You have to watch your head on the TV. And the best part of this, balcony. I mean, the view's not saying much at the moment, but it will do. I promise you it will do. And you know what? I'm not actually going to hang my phone over the edge to show you the rest of the view in case it drops. And I know it will. So, there you go. That is a room on a Caribbean. There, you see what I'm talking about with the TV? You have to watch yourself. So yeah, that is a room on a Caribbean Princess ship. This is the balcony room. And of course, as we always do, the all-important bathroom check. Is it clean? Is it nice? So we've got the shower here. Gonna check out the water pressure in a bit. Nice and clean. It's small, but it'll do the job. So yeah, this is our home for the next 2 weeks, and we are going to enjoy it.
The ship had a fridge, mixers, mini bottles of alcohol, those got used. Chocolates upon arrival, chocolate-covered strawberries, champagne from the ship, from our travel agents, Oki White. Just celebrating our honeymoon and making us feel like we actually mattered. It makes all the difference. Didn't I promise you the view would be saying more later? I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Balcony room, worth it? I think so. Okay, so assuming you're getting off the ship to explore, on your sea days, in the evenings, early mornings, you're going to be enjoying the ship. And there's a lot to enjoy. There's jacuzzis, swimming pools, bars, the sunshine. You could just catch a tan. I mean, my tan's pretty dope, in case you couldn't tell. Just watch the sea go by. They have live music going on throughout the day from the Caribbean Princess singers and band, and it's a vibe. It's really nice. Plenty of food to enjoy. I'll take you around the food places in a little bit, but this is the main pool on the top deck. This one tends to get quite busy. It's nice to people watch in the sunshine as well. And when I say busy, it doesn't feel that busy. You know, it's not like you're queuing up and waiting to enjoy the pool or anything like that. I think a lot of people are in their rooms or just walking around the ship. It's just right, is what I'm trying to say. And there are so many activities going on around the ship, especially on the sea days. You can be as busy as you want, or you can be as lazy as you want. It's your holiday. On the port days, there's still activities going on. So if everyone's off the ship, you can make the most of the fact that there's less people on board. You can go skinny dipping. Don't go skinny dipping in the main pool. They don't like that. Yeah, man, vibes. So towards the front of the ship, there's the sanctuary, which is an adults-only relaxation area. It's got a pool. Really nice place to chill out, but you got to pay extra for it. I never used it just because there were so many other places to go. Past the kind of main pool with the 2 hot tubs, you got another deeper pool. I think it's deeper anyway. It's got 2 hot tubs there, and it's got a movie screen. At first, I thought this was a dumb idea until I sat out and watched a movie, and it was so good. And I take it back, it was great. They even give you free popcorn. Past that, there's a kids area. There's a plunge pool around here as well. I didn't really film a lot around here because I didn't spend a lot of time there. Above that is a basketball court. Shot. That guy missed. And then right towards the back of the ship, you've got another adults only area. It's got a bar, it's got a pool. It was shaded though, and the pool was cold, so I wasn't trying to go in there, but it's nice to watch the sea from there. The hot tubs were lovely. Maybe don't use them at midday with the sun mean mugging you though. It's a bit hot. So this was the sail away party. We were still docked in Fort Lauderdale. The weather wasn't as amazing as it became. And this was the Caribbean princess singers and dancers just having a good time. And, you know, I can't stress enough the staff, from the bar staff to the entertainment staff to the general room staff. Everybody was so amazing. Everybody was so friendly, and it just made the trip.
We are going. Gotta tell you, having a balcony is just, yeah. Blue. It's blue.
So full disclosure, I have an awesome Thai massage place around the corner from my house. The kind of place where they stand on your back. So I very rarely use spas and massage treatments on cruises and things like that. Of course, there is an extra charge, and this is no different here. It's got a great facility, and if you want to have a massage or treatment, facial, haircut, that kind of thing on board, then it's all there for you. You can get your nails done too. Now, more importantly though, we got the gym, and it's a pretty good facility, does the job. We're in there almost every day, to the point the staff started expecting us, confused when we didn't turn up. And it's great to be able to train and watch yourself approaching a new island. They got towels, hand san, you can wipe down the equipment. It does get busy at times, so try and go outside a peak. They got AC in there as well. Even still, I was overheating. But every time I watch a breakdown of a cruise ship, I'm always looking for the gym. I want to know what they got, what it's like, what kind of facilities. I don't like gyms with too many machines. I don't know if that's the same for you, but they do have free weights. They're all in pounds though, and I have to get my calculator out to work out the kilogram conversions just to know what I'm lifting. And talking about lifting, Princess, please, get more weights. You can't let me, you can't let me come in your gym and do this. No, you can't, no. More weights, please. I'm serious, please. I need them. So after a great gym session, of course, you're going to want to refuel. And I think one of the best things about being on a cruise ship is just the all-inclusive food on offer. Now, these 2 restaurants were on the top deck near the pools. I feel like they were meant to be different restaurants, but they were just part of the buffet when I was there. I don't know if that's always the case. And the buffet is great. You got breakfast, lunch, dinner, such a wide selection of food as well. You will not go hungry in there, and there will definitely be something for you. And it tastes great. Sometimes you'll have one side of the buffet with one selection of food, and then the other side of the buffet is completely different. So you have to do a lap just to see what they got. So many choices, and it was, oh. Yeah, I'm getting hungry now. Listen, let me tell you, that minute steak, chef's kiss, man. One of my favorite things to do was just stack a plate, pull up a chair next to a window and just watch the world go by whilst I ate. Now they've got 2 specialty restaurants on board, one Italian and this one the Crown Grill. It's like lobster, steak, that kind of thing. It's extra charge for both of them. They were completely booked while we were on board, so if you are interested, I would super recommend booking before you get on to avoid disappointment. This here is coffee and cones, as the name suggests, coffee, ice cream cones. It's great, specialty coffees, which I don't drink, but the ice creams I definitely do drink and eat. In the sun, lovely. And here is the pizza place. That got hit up a lot too. Different pizzas every day. I mainly just went for the pepperoni and sat down by the pool and ate them. Yeah, it was so good. That was my wife's favourite place. Right across from there is quite possibly my favourite place on board, the Salty Dog. They got hot dogs, chips, or as you Americans call them, fries. They do a mean burger, and they'll cook it exactly as you want it as well. Medium rare for the win. Now here's a great opportunity to talk about a few things. Like I was saying earlier, the actual medallion itself is fantastic. It's phenomenal. It's innovative. You walk up to your room with it in your pocket or your bag, your room door just opens. You can just take that with you around the ship and you pay for your stuff with it. So you want drinks, you want food, they just tap your medallion and done. You don't need to take your card with you. Princess Cays in the Bahamas, just needed my medallion with me and could order drinks right there. Easy. Now the Medallion app, on the other hand, leaves a lot to be desired, if I'm being absolutely honest. The idea is great, but in practice it just doesn't work as well as I'd want it to. It's super slow, it's really buggy. There's a lot of stuff that you're forced to do on it. Bourbon with blood, what the hell? That just doesn't work. So for instance, if I want to book into a show or an activity or something, I can't do that on the TV. I've got to do it through the app or through one of the TVs around the ship. And if the app worked well enough and if it wasn't slow, then it'd be perfect. Same with checking in before we got on the ship. It was such a frustrating experience trying to get it done that I couldn't even get my pictures uploaded properly. And I just wish if the app worked the way I believe it should, it would be so phenomenal mixed up with the medallion. But as you could see, there's me ordering some drinks. And another great thing about the medallion is that you can order drinks and food through the app. And as long as you got your medallion with you, a crew member will come and find you and bring the drinks directly to you. So I could just be sitting by the pool, order a couple drinks, order some food. However long later, somebody's gonna come up with my order and find me. I don't need to go anywhere. Blew my mind. And along with that, if you made friends on the ship, which we did in the second week, you can find your mates with the app. It's also got a messaging function on the app as well, so you can message people through the app. Unfortunately, again, it didn't work the way I wanted it to work. It was really slow, and often the messages wouldn't even go through. Now, I'm sure you've noticed I'm ordering stuff and it's free. That's because I had the Medallion Plus package. It's £40 per person per day. I personally think it's so worth it. You get the internet, you get drinks up to $12, so as long as the drink you're ordering doesn't cost more than that, it's free. There's no cap on the amount that you can order though. You get gratuities for the staff, and they deserve it in my opinion. I think just based on how much we were drinking, because we were enjoying ourselves, it paid for itself. This here is one of the main dining rooms, evening dining. It's a bit more formal. The waiters are great. It's a really nice restaurant. There's 3, we ate in all 3 of them. They all kind of look very similar. There's not much difference between them, which is a little bit disappointing, but not a deal breaker. The food, I'll be honest, sometimes it was great, sometimes I felt it was a bit overcooked. There were some days where the food was phenomenal, other days where it left a little bit to be desired, but I'm not going to make a big deal about it. There was one woman who was kicking off and making a big fuss because the bacon wasn't crispy at a buffet, and I'm like, come on man, you're on holiday, don't be that person. These people then work hard enough. So rather than complain, we just got dressed up and went to the buffet most evenings, and the food was consistently fantastic there. But if you want that sit down, wine with your dinner, dress up experience, then the main dining is definitely where it's at. They even sang for us to celebrate our honeymoon, which was a really thoughtful touch, to be honest. So look, if you're not in your room, or on an excursion or by the pool or eating, there's still plenty of things to do on this ship. They've got an internet cafe. It's got a library in here as well with board games. I don't really use the internet cafe because I had the internet package, so I was just able to use it on my phone. But if you don't, then I guess that's it. I can't really tell you much about it. There's the convenience store that I mentioned earlier. If you need toothpaste, shampoo, a bear for some reason. Above, there's other stores that you can buy clothes and jewelry and things like that. You just tap your medallion, you can buy stuff. It's that simple, really. The art gallery from before, I just thought this picture was cool. It's holographic. I can understand those, I don't know about the rest of them. But it's nice to look. As I mentioned earlier, they do art auctions. We did a couple dance classes, they've got karaoke, quiz shows. There's plenty going on. You could do as much or as little as you want. Feeling cultured yet? I think there's something about the sunshine that brings out the best in people. The crew were happy. The guests, for the most part, were happy. Everyone was super friendly. There was an age gap between my wife and I and some of the other guests. But actually, by the second week, there was a lot more young people. So, maybe the word of cruising is spreading. This is one of the many TVs you can find around the ship. You can use it to check the itinerary for the day, see what's going on. If you scan your medallion on it, it will tell you how to get to the location that you want to get to, and on a map it will show you walking directions and stuff like that, which is actually really useful. You can book into stuff on those TVs as well. They can be a bit temperamental, so you have to pick the right TV, but yeah, very useful. Actually, because of the medallion, on our anniversary, when we walked past one of them, it wished us a happy anniversary. One actually challenged me to a quiz one day. I almost fought it. But yeah, no, it's just a nice little touch. And there are so many bars all over the ship that you're definitely going to need a map to find yourself around. This is the main theatre. They have some incredible shows here, firstly, but you'll also be here if you've got an excursion. In the morning, you'll just wait here until you're called to get off the ship. You can, of course, go off the ship without excursions and explore yourself, and I would definitely recommend doing that too. It's well worth it. Listen, they absolutely deserve that standing ovation. I cannot stress how incredible the shows on board were. Live musicians, comedy, dancing, like displaying lots of different dance styles as well. They are so talented and incredibly entertaining. So definitely check out a show and get there early, about half an hour early, because the theatre does pack up. A little more of a word about the excursions and just getting off the ship. Just explore. Make sure anytime you hit a port, you go out there and you explore. You don't have to book an excursion. You could just get off and go make your own adventure, but it's certainly worth it. This right here is a casino. I didn't love it because people smoke there, and also I lost £10 betting, so yeah, I was salty. Right at the top of the ship, there's a nightclub. It was quiet most nights, but the music was good. The DJ was pretty chill. He took requests. It's a nice place to end your night with a drink in hand.
Because we're here for 2 weeks, needed to wash some clothes, and lo and behold, laundry room. Didn't even know this place was here. But there you go, so you can buy your soap, bleach, and softeners. Got ironing boards, which is great because you're not actually allowed to bring an iron on the ship. I didn't know this place was here, so I've been wearing crushed up clothes for a while and just letting my body uncrush them, my body heat uncrush them, because man's hot. But yeah, here we go. Got the washing machines, gonna give it a try. Apparently it takes 30 to 40 minutes. Dryers as well. So, I mean, for the stuff that I don't want to put in the dryers, I can hang it out on the balcony or in the bathroom and let those dry, and it should be absolutely fine. But for, like the cottons and whatnot, that can go in the dryer and boom, done, innit? So, yeah, I'm gonna wash my clothes on the ship for the first time. See how that's gonna go. I'll let you know.
Worked out pretty well, actually. My clothes were still a little bit damp, but that's only because I didn't put the dryer on the top setting. I was worried about ruining my clothes. But next time just means I don't need to bring as much stuff because I can wash it. And if you're worried about getting seasick on the ship, most modern ships have stabilizers, so chances are you won't even really feel the waves. But do bring some anti-seasickness tablets or the little wristband or whatever along with you. It does help. The second week, the water was a bit choppy, and even I felt it. I didn't feel sick, but I felt it.
Give me a cheer if you're feeling good. Hello and welcome to the Marriage Match Games. Now, who's played the Marriage Match Games here before?
This final part is reserved for the cruise director, Gary, and the assistant cruise director, Cole, who, in my opinion, are certified legends. These guys are flipping hilarious. They host a lot of the games and quizzes and other activities around the ship, and their personalities make the holiday. They're just so full of life. They do a TV show in the morning talking about what's going on around the ship, and I would strongly recommend that you check that out. It's so funny. Big up Gary, big up Cole. That's not to take anything away from the rest of the staff though. They were awesome. It's just a shame that the crew have to wear masks still because it's difficult to connect with people when you can't really see their face, but I'm sure things will return to normal soon.
Thank you. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They call this one is ministry.
Oh my gosh, it's incredible. Thank you so much.
Your medallion just for the brothers.
Yeah.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we had a little problem with our room. So Princess very kindly moved us, and oh my gosh. Yo, hold on. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to keep my hand as steady as possible. Oh, there we go. It's a shame because I really loved where we were. We were up there before, which was really nice. But actually, we catch the sun here now a lot better. And please let me not drop my phone over the sea. But here we are. I'm not even sure where we are around the ship, but yeah, this is customer service I'm talking about, man. This was really, really good of them. So, had a very good gym workout this morning. Let me cut off my head so it looks like I'm bald. And now we're here, and this is a mini suite. And boy, this is for 2 weeks. This is going to be a great place to stay. And what I like now is that I'm not going to bang my head on the TV every time I try and walk in from the balcony. The sitting area is very nice, a lot more space. What looks like a mini bar there, I guess. Let's have a look. Fridge, yeah, yes it is. So yeah, fantastic. So we have, let me talk to you, hold on. We've arrived in the Bahamas now. So we're gonna get off the ship at Princess Cays, which is the Bahamas. This is really weird, this is so freaky. We're gonna get off the ship at Princess Cays, which is Princess's private island in the Bahamas, and go and check that out. It's a beach day today. We like to do activities. I'm not really the sort of person who likes to hang about on the beach and do nothing, but I will allow it for one day. So we're gonna hang out on the beach. There's a barbecue, water sports. We bought snorkels, very kindly from Mike's Dive Store as well. And we're gonna try out the snorkels, see what sort of water creatures we can see. So yeah, mini suite for them, balcony for them. Thank you, Princess, big up. You know what, I'm a madman because I didn't even do the bathroom check. This is the first time I'm seeing this. Okay, firstly, we got cupboard space here, well, wardrobe, cupboard space there, plenty, and I will be definitely unpacking the suitcase now. Yeah, I feel a lot more settled. And let's have a look at the bathroom. Aye, okay. Now this is yeah. This looks alright. Got a little bath. Shower looks like it can do some damage. And yeah, bit of space to walk around in. So yeah, good bathroom. Good bathroom. Okay, there you have it.
So is a 2-week cruise with Caribbean Princess worth it? I don't even need to tell you. You've watched the video. You know what the answer is. I always like to describe these things as kind of like a resort on the sea, a moving resort, because you can enjoy the ship, But as soon as you hit your destination, you get off and you get to see so much. The food was incredible, the staff were awesome, the weather was magnificent. Really didn't feel like 2 weeks, as in it dragging. It was perfect. And so what more can I say other than thank you, Caribbean Princess, and thank you to you for watching. I'm planning on doing another video where I talk about some of the destinations and countries that we visited, so if you want to see that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy your own cruise. It's your boy Shao. Peace.